Okay, people, so this is an emotional time for me here. It is March 31st, 2021, okay? Now, what's happening is, well, we know I've got issues with YouTube, so first of all, this is not going up on YouTube. I'm not even going to put this right now up on Peeps Fashion, okay? I'm going to put this up on BitChute, and then I'm going to link it over. It should link over to the petition in terms of towing the line. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to name this video Stopping Illegal Organ Harvesting. Tow the line, okay? Tow the line, people. Just keep towing the line. We're going to stop illegal organ harvesting in Canada, all right? That's the mission of the statement. Tow the line. Stop illegal organ harvesting, because it's happening in the Western world. Everybody knows it. Everybody talks about it, but nobody ever really gets a chance to document it and stop it. But we can stop it, people, and we're going to stop it. Okay? So anyway, I'm really hypersensitive right now because guess what? Guess what I'm doing today? I am going to go take the SkyTrain without a mask, people, without a mask. Because I do have a mask exemption, and I'm going to exercise my right. I shouldn't have to use a mask exemption to go into a public facility in terms of a SkyTrain and you know, pay to use that, right, in order to get to New Westminster, to the courthouse, to sign an affidavit to say that I've served my government today as of March 31st, 2021. And I'm going to be doing it by registered mail. And this is what this video is about. So keep towing the line. Thank you very much for those 1,505 people. Okay, the last time I quoted a number, it was $14.99. Tammy Smith came in and made it 1,500 and it jumped it over, right? And then another 5 more people came in. I will show you in this little video, okay? But before I do that, I want to show you what we're talking about here for the ones that don't know. Now, I know Truth for Reality isn't going to mind me using his video just for a second here. This is Justice for Shemaine. He made this on March 16th of 2020, okay? We're going to bring it up, and we're just going to play it for a second, okay? Right? Could you imagine the terror in her when she realized that she was dying? That something bad was happening to her and she couldn't stop it? What do you think flashed in front of her eyes when that moment came? This is my daughter. My beautiful daughter, people. Murdered in her home. Okay? She was a genius. She had the IQ to the equivalent of Albert Einstein. Okay? She was young, 22 years old. Alright? And her life was taken away from her. And then her murder was covered up. So that her organs and her teeth, people, her teeth, were illegally harvested in the province of British Columbia, Canada. Tow that line, people. Oh yeah, and then they used fentanyl as the excuse to cover up the act, the heinous act of illegal organ harvesting, right? Because money laundering in the province of British Columbia, Canada is a booming business.
This document lays out a pathway that can be taken to enhance the system of care and reduce...
Keep towing that line. How many people are losing their lives because of an analog, a manufactured synthetic analog that the public union sector in general use as a means to facilitate heinous acts against the public? Okay?
How are they the victims when it is Shemaine who is dead and surrounded with nothing but suspicion? Corruption! Unanswered fucking questions!
We don't have those answers yet, people.
But we're not supposed to talk about it.
No, we're going to talk about it, people. Okay? Toe that line, people. Be proud of yourself. Stand strong. Okay? Stand strong. All right? So anyway, like I said, I'm getting a little emotional here. Now, I went, and I'm glad I did this because I added in the comments in terms of what I'm putting in the mail today. Okay? I found them. All right? You're going to see how many people are on board here. Okay? Now, I added in all the signatures. So the last two that came in, unfortunately, didn't get printed out. Okay? But that's not to say that this petition isn't still running. Okay? We want to thank James Mac and Sherry LaRoche, because they're the last two that came in that are not on the signature right now in terms of what's being submitted, like the copy of the signatures that's being submitted to the provincial government as of today. But they're there, okay? I still have to do a video. You can see what we're at here now. One more is going to come in, okay? Right? There's my beautiful daughter. I don't know what the government did to her, but definitely did something, people. All right? So, I keep this short because I'm bringing this camera with me on the SkyTrain. Okay? Because I'm a poor person. I don't get to drive a Mercedes, a Porsche, a T-Bird, right? A Cadillac, right? You know, a little freaking, what are those little zip-de-doo cars? I can't remember. They're old, these little hot rods, right? So anyway, keep this short, all right? Keep this short right now. And I'm bringing you to the courthouse with me, people. Okay? Keep towing that line. All right? I'm going to cry. Always wanting to cry. The tears are always burning my eyes, right? But we're going to get through this, okay? Together. We're going to get through this together. So here's the signatures that I just pulled up, or not the signatures, the comments, okay? So I'm including these in the envelope. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, that's the comments. It's not, I don't see nothing. There we go. Do you see? Okay. So for the people that made comments, your voice is going to be heard. All right? Here's the envelope. Right? It's nice and tight. Okay? And then when I send it by registered mail, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put stamps on it, people. I don't care if it's $20 worth of stamps. I'm putting on stamps. Because I just want to be a grandmother, you know, teaching my grandchildren how to be stamp collectors with peace, people. So, if any of those politicians have their own stamp collection, they can take off the stamps on the envelope and they can include it into their stamp collection. But in the meantime, I got everything here. Okay, now we're going to add this one in here too. Okay, so it's all there. We've got the signatures. We've got the notice of civil claim. We've got the comments. Here's my piece of paper to do my affidavit after the fact of serving my government through registered mail. Right? I added in how I had to do everything initially through a drop box because they completely closed down the courthouse. So when I went to show up to, file this lawsuit, I couldn't get in. I had the sheriff, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Who you got? Record. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just want to file a lawsuit. Well, you got to do it through the drop box. Shut off the camera. I'm like, whatever. So I added that in there just to remind them that that's how I came into the courthouse, through a drop box, okay? And then, because I had to go and leave, right? I had to go get a money order to show that I was actually there on the 17th, people, okay? I was actually there on the 17th, right? Versus on the 20th when they finally stamped it after, because I went left on the 16th, because I showed up on the 16th. They turned me away, said I had to do everything through a drop box. Then some of the, viewers that are towing the line said, go get a money order, get it dated for the 16th, that date, which I did. And then I went back on the 17th. I dropped it off into the drop box. And then they stamped it on the 20th. Because these guys are shady, right? They'll be like, oh, no. The plug on Shimei, even though it's documented in her medical files that she died 4 times. 4 times in that hospital, 1 time here, so 3 times in the hospital, and 1 time here. Officially, she died in the house, people, and it was covered up. Okay? It was covered up because they wanted her organs and her teeth. So anyway, I dropped it off in their drop box on the 17th. Then they stamped it on the 20th. But I have proof. I was there on the 16th before the 19th of when they pulled their last plug to say she was officially dead, even though she was dead before she showed up at the hospital. Okay? Because, you know, they'll be like, oh, no, you're 1 day past your statute of limitation. I'll be like, no, Your Honor. It's documented right there. I was at the courthouse and they turned me away. Okay? That's why that's there. And then, of course, we've got the notice of claim that's been stamped by the courthouse. You can see it's blue. Okay? You can see it's blue. So it's official. Right? Then we've got the signatures. Longhand. And we've got it in first of all, we've got the comments. Then we've got the signatures. Longhand. And then we've got the signatures through spreadsheet. Okay? That's what I'm going to be putting in the mail today through registered mail with a bunch of Canadian stamps on it. Canadian stamps. But this is beyond Canada. Canada is not immune to illegal organ harvesting. Okay? If anything, it's full game because they use public tax dollars to do it. They use public facilities to do it. And they use public employees to do it. And because the government doesn't do anything to stop it, it's out of control. So the government needs to do a full investigation. So after I serve my government today, I'm going to come home and I'm going to start writing on this stuff. I'm going to request for a lawyer through legal aid with a minimal amount of $50,000 only because that's what I've been told all these years, 3 years, that I need $50,000 just to be able to retain a lawyer. So the government has to appoint a legal aid lawyer to a minimal amount of $50,000 in order to settle this notice of civil claim. Okay? Full investigation into what they did with Uncle John and how they did it. Pull up those court cases. Full investigation into terms of what they did to Sierra and Andre and how they did it, right? Full investigation into what happened to Amari at the time of his birth and how they did it, and quite possibly why, being that illegal organ harvesting is a problem in the province of British Columbia, Canada, because the demand is so high with all these rich immigrants coming into the country and exploiting the Canadian, well, mostly poor people. That classism, right? That casteism. Caste system. Caste. C-A-S-T-E system. Well, I didn't sign up to no caste system, and I sure in the hell didn't manufacture poverty to the point where it allows for people to illegally harvest organs and not get away with it. So look, all nice and neat. Do you see? Now, I don't know. I don't know if I can send it in this envelope with registered mail, but if it is, it's going to be full of Canadian stamps. Stamps like that. Because we are real people, real human beings that have real lives that deserve justice. Okay? All right? We deserve peace and liberty, and we deserve justice. So, that's my introduction to my SkyTrain ride to the courthouse. When we get to the courthouse, well, I probably won't be able to bring the camera in, but it doesn't really matter. I can show you the end result with the affidavit that is finally filed. And we made it, people. We made it. Keep towing the line. All right, people. So now I'm off. I have my little shield here. You see? Just in case I get too much flack. Right? But other than that, that's all they get. People are entitled to their opinions around here. So anyway, I'm just walking to the SkyTrain now. Thinking that this is my third time. Fraser Health Authority, CIBC Bank, and now the province of British Columbia, Canada. 3 lawsuits, people. 3 lawsuits that have yet to be settled. Okay? Government has to do a thorough investigation into what the hell is going on in this province when it comes to the targeting of vulnerable families, so that we can be replaced by a immigrant class that I guess you could say has more money, right? For the most part, except for the poor ones that end up like my family. Right? There's the predator class, and then there's those that are being preyed upon. So if I have to, this is the reason I turned on this camera. If I have to, people, I will do this again. Okay? Unless, of course, my government does the right thing and starts dealing with the issues that I bring to the courthouse, a public facility, for these very reasons, in terms of what's in the best interest of the public. People, so now I'm on the SkyTrain, and everybody's killing off their hippocampus with their masks on. Like, don't people do research on this stuff? So, all I can think about is Shimei being with me, because when we went off to fight for Andre, Shimei was always there. And then, when we went to fight for Uncle John, you know, Shimei was coming with me. We have video. So I feel like she's sitting here next to me. Right? So, only 2 stops. One fellow without a mask got his camera pointed at me. Who cares? Everybody's got their mask on. A bunch of hoodlums running around. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with the SkyTrain. Can you hear it? And it slowed itself right down. We're over the river, people. Do you see? Like over the Fraser River here, and it's like slowed right down, and it's really, really bumpy. Kind of scary. This is an old SkyTrain bridge, and the Petula Bridge is very, very old too, eh? Ooh, scary, scary, scary people. Okay, so now I'm in Westminster. So, looks like this business is closed. You know, if you notice, there's hardly anybody walking around. It's lunchtime. In the good old days, everybody would be out here eating. It's not a bad day, but there's nothing going on in the inside because they can't serve people on the inside. They tried to accommodate for the outside, but then the government came in and brought in their 3 weeks of, you know, shut down this and shut down that. I'm looking for a post office. I'm just going to put this in the mail and then I'm going to go to the courthouse. Sir, do you know where the courthouse is? Oh, he's got headphones on. He wouldn't hear me. Yeah, the courthouse is up there, right?
It's on the next block on Carnarvon.
So I go down one block and then up, right?
It's up there by the church.
Okay.
It's that street.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Yeah, look at this, people. Looks like the Old Navy is shut down. That was a pretty popular store. Doesn't even look like it's open anymore. It's empty inside. No lights, nothing. You're watching this, eh? Right? Obviously, pawn shops are open. Right? People going bankrupt, so why wouldn't they be? Right? Yeah. So, hold on. Just want to show you the streets are bare. Big businesses are closing down. Little businesses are shutting down. Right? Lots of restaurants throughout the province have already foreclosed. Right? Gone into bankruptcy. Okay? I don't know how this is good for anybody outside of those corporations that are making millions and billions of dollars off the backs of the working class and those that fall under that caste system that just seem to be receptacles to organ harvesting, whether legal or illegal. Right? You know, it's all about supply and demand, right? Only in China. Only in China. Oh yeah, that's why China's buying up BC, right? Took over half the old folks' homes. Hold on a minute. So here we go. This store is closed. This Starbucks location was permanently closed on February 1st of 2021. We are grateful you've allowed us to be a part of your daily routine. So that one's closed, right? You don't know. Do not enter if you are displaying any symptoms. Look at this. How can you enter, people? Tell me how you can enter. Right? It's closed. It's going to go bankrupt. Right? They got that under lock and key. You've seen that. Right? Like there's hardly anybody out on these streets. Right? I don't know what this is. Therapies. Well, I don't know. Well, they got a little sign out in front, so something must be going on in there. Right? I'm looking for a post office. That's what I'm doing. It's down here someplace. See, right now they're allowed to have their meals on the outside, but I don't think they can eat on the inside. Yeah, nobody can eat on the inside. And that's just a little pizza joint. Right? Hair and nails. Nothing open, all closed. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This video is getting a little long, but safety boot sale. Right? Somebody went missing here. A lot of women are going missing lately. I wonder why. Missing since January 30th. Her car was found with her cell phone and belongings inside on February 1st. Is she still missing, people? I wonder why. What do you think? What do you think happened to her? Obviously, well, I don't know. Maybe they have a little movie going on there. I don't think so, though. I don't think they're allowed to do movies. This store is not open. Well, I see lights on. I wonder if it's open. Entrance only. Oh, no, you can go in there and shop if you want. I'm just looking. Maybe I should be a customer and see what you got. I bet you guys are going bankrupt. It's a nice little store here. It smells very nice. Ooh. I do YouTube. I'm filing a lawsuit.
I don't know if we can, you're allowed to record in here, though. I'd have to get permission.
Oh, well then I'll just leave.
Sorry about
That's okay. It's nice to see that you're open, though. You got a nice little store here. Smells very good. I wish you all the best of luck. Okay? It's really too bad that you're having to go through this.
We're doing great. Don't worry about it.
Oh, well, then you're one of the ones that are...
People here are doing really well, so.
Oh, really?
Thank you, then.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, even though your store is empty. No, I have a mass exemption. I have a mass exemption, and I like to keep my hippocampus in dementia will follow you. Jesus Christ, people. Do you see how hostile the store is? Completely fucking empty. Nobody's walking around. How the hell could that business be doing good? You tell me. But I guess it's for the upper crust that like to make their houses smell nice. Those ones that live in the monster homes. So this is open. So they're shutting down the restaurants. What's this? This is a spa. For some reason these stores don't seem to... Oh, they're allowed to have one customer in the store. That's why. Okay. Well, this is what's going on in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. Right? Little does that lady know that she's slowly but surely smothering her hippocampus and among other things in her brain. So, when dementia sets in, she'll forget all about this and just accept it as being normal. Do you know where a post office is? Post office.
I don't know, sorry.
Do you know where London Drugs is?
I don't.
I'm not from here either. Bridal store. Women getting married, but they can't have proper weddings and proper receptions, right? Whatever you do when you get pregnant, just make sure you don't wear these masks, right? Because they're smothering your hippocampus, which will bring on an onset of early dementia.
I agree.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
I'm already a lost cause, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, well, I'm a rebel, so, but not with rebel news, okay? Look at these beautiful dresses. These are beautiful. So beautiful. And the lady was elderly. So it's no reason to speed up the process, people, but they agreed. So they're awoke. They're just caught up with the cycle, right? So I think this is where I'm going. I don't know. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, so this is what? March 31st, 2021. I'm going to go now mail this. Okay, I'm not wearing a mask, people. I do have a shield. Okay, so hopefully I won't get too much flack here. I do have a mask exemption. I shouldn't have to show them, right? This is a serious situation, what I'm doing here. So they really can't deny me access to a post office. Okay? So I just have to find the post office. It's somewhere in here. Oh, let's see. Where's the post office? It's got to be a post office. Do you know where there's a post office? Thank you. No, I have the mask exemption. Okay, I'll put that when I get to the desk. So, you see, I'm not trying to be the enemy of the state here. Alright? Okay. So let's do this now. Alright? Let me get this done. I can't see with this stuff on. Alright. We've got 2 envelopes to mail. Oops. Uh-oh. Made a mistake. Already. This is why we need a lawyer. I already made a mistake. I need my affidavit form. I'll take that to the court. Right. Look. And of course, nobody's coming, right? How long do I have to stand here for? All right. So, I'm going to put down this little shield. Here we go. Is there a bell? Got a bell.
Customer service to PO.
I'm just waiting now, people. In a fog with this little shield on.
Hi.
Okay, so I want to do registered mail with this, but I want actual stamps, please.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first thing. So let's do that one separate, and then I'll mail this one also after the fact. Thank you. Okay.
Customer service, call 101, please. Customer service, 101.
When you say like you want to do it with actual stamps, do you have it on you or no?
Pardon me?
Do you have the stamps on you?
No, I don't. No. You must have stamps here, right? You
I
have.
do, but then I have to put in like so many in order to do it.
Do you not have like the $10 stamps?
No.
Well, yeah, do that. How many you think? How much does it cost to do registered mail?
So it will be $15.58 altogether.
How much?
$15.58.
Okay, well, let's do that. Yeah, I'm a stamp collector for 50 years. I like to be just a grandmother, and my government is stressing me out so much that they need to be reminded that there are real people in the world that just want to have a real life. So maybe one of those people that open up that envelope might want those stamps too, because maybe they can go back to like the good old days. So, right, it's all about the good old days. That's not bad for registration.
Yeah. So that.
Customer service, call 101, please. Customer service.
What's your most expensive stamp?
$2.71.
Okay.
709.
Yeah, no, anytime I like using the Canada Post because you have stamps. So I go out of my way to come to Canada Post. I get something in writing that it was registered, right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
It's a good thing I brought my little face shield here, eh? Oh, when you're done that, you give me that envelope before you take it, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to do a little video on it, not too much.
Okay.
All right, thanks. This is going to change history. Is she putting on the stamps now? Do you have something that gives me like a general idea of what things cost to put in the mail in terms of regions? Like a printout sheet or something? And
No, not
no? Say,
like online, yeah. You could be able to find online.
like how do we, yeah, like if I want to sell a couple things online and people pay for their shipping, how am I supposed to know how much the shipping is?
It does depend where it is going to and how much it,
Yeah, can you put tape on the other side?
Other side, I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have anything like just kind of standard? No, eh? Oh. So anytime I want to mail something, I have to directly come to the post office
Yeah,
then?
or you can just call us by telling us where it is going to.
And how much the weight is?
That's right.
Okay, okay, that's a good idea because I do have an old post office weight scale from way back in the day. It goes up to 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that was very helpful. Thank you. I'll show you this post office weight scale I have. It's an official post office weight scale from back in the, I don't know, 1920s or something. Yeah. It's nice. It's really sturdy. Oh boy.
15:59.
Thank you. Is it done now?
Not yet. I have to put some stuff on it.
Oh. Do I need to fill out anything?
Oh, what is no?
No. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off and then we're going to just record this little envelope because everything's going real nice and smooth here. So, hold on. Okay, people. So there you go. It's done. Now I'm going to the courthouse and sign my affidavit. Okay, so just so you can see what my Star Wars mask looks like, all it does is it makes it look like, for me, that I'm in a steam bath. It's all foggy. I can't see nothing, people. Oh, yeah. But I brought it just to be copacetic, right? You heard it. Okay. So, I already made a boo-boo. For filing my affidavit to say that I've served my government, I don't know what the notice of civil claim number is. I didn't bring that with me. It was obviously in the envelope that was mailed off to the government. But, so, they should be able to pull it up on their computer system here in the courthouse, right? Because I filed it in Westminster. So I said, you would think, if I just give them my name, they should be able to find it, right? This is why I need a lawyer, people. Right? You know? You don't do stuff like this all the time. Right? You know? It's enough that I'm holding back tears. Right? I feel like Shemai's walking beside me. On one side, I feel like Uncle John is walking beside me. On the other side, and I feel like Sierra is walking with us as well. So I'm not walking alone, as well as we've got all these people towing the line, right? So there's really, 1,508 people, right? Walking. 1,508 people walking to the courthouse in Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. Remember that door? There it is. No drop box this time. So, hopefully, I won't have trouble finding the court case number. Okay. Now we're going inside. The sheriff already looking at me.
Hello.
I have a mass exemption.
Excellent. I'll ask you to put the shield on that.
Yeah, I brought it out of courtesy. Not that I agree, because I don't. I think
Proceed to the courthouse today.
I am doing an affidavit.
Excellent.
I served my government today for heinous crimes.
Okay.
So I need to go to the court register.
Before you go to the court registry, I have
Yeah.
some questions for you.
Pardon me?
Before you go to the registry, I have some questions for you.
Sure.
Are you experiencing any of the following symptoms of COVID-19
No.
not related to allergies? They are listed as fever, cough, loss of sense of smell or taste, difficulty breathing, sore throat, loss of appetite.
No.
Extreme fatigue or tiredness, headache, body ache, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stuffy nose, conjunctivitis, dizziness, confusion, Abdominal pain, skin rash, discoloration of fingers or toes.
Well, I'm an overworked grandmother of 2 dependent grandkids, one of them with severe cerebral palsy. So outside of that, I feel fine.
Okay. So out of the listed ones, you do not have any of those
No,
symptoms?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. Have you traveled outside Canada in the past
No.
14 days?
I'm too busy with my grandkids.
Yes. And currently, are you under direction of a public health authority to self-isolate?
No.
All right. So you said something about a... Is that a recording device in your hand, ma'am?
Yeah.
Are you recording with...
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be taking my government to court.
Yes, unfortunately, recording devices are not permitted inside
This
the
is not a
courthouse.
visual one.
I didn't say visual, I said recording device. It's an audio recording.
It's for my own protection.
It may be, but I'm going to have to ask you to wait outside.
Okay, well, I can turn it off.
I would like you to turn it off.
Sure, but I still have to,
While
I
you're
have
in
to.
the building, yes. I see that you're still recording.
Well, I'll
Yes,
turn it off
go.
right now. You want to watch?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn this off now. Okay, people. So now it's done. I can't see, but you can see what's going on here. Okay? It's been affidavit. I'm already getting teardrops on there, people. Okay? That's what happens. I just start tearing up. Like I said, I haven't cried for Shimmy. Right? I haven't cried for Sierra. I haven't really cried for anybody. But I'm crying all the time. In my dream, when I seen Shmay dead from the head up, all gray, I woke up crying. So why are we not surprised? After all these years, I'm crying. Usually when people lose somebody, they get to cry. And they just don't keep on crying though, right? Uncle John's been gone 5 years now, right? Pushing on 6 years. I still talk to Uncle John, people. Andre comes to me telling me all the time he misses Auntie Shmay. Right? And he's sad about his mother. So now, in the next... Well, I think they got like 21 days to decide what they're going to do with me. I'm going to end it on this note. You know, I'm always picking on the public union sector, right? But in this situation, we've got a whole lot of warriors in that courthouse, people. Okay? They're all wearing masks, smothering their hippocampuses. Is this even recording? I don't know. I don't see shit. I guess it would help if I bring it back. Oh, it's just as well. I've just been sitting here crying. But everybody I spoke to in the courthouse in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, very helpful, very polite, very understanding. Except for maybe that sheriff at the door. Got a little... But he never did tell me to turn off my... He said just turn off the recording, but he never said I had to turn off the recorder. But out of respect, I didn't record any more after that, right? You know? But they're all wearing masks, people. Everybody. And my heart just breaks for them. You know? And they're like warriors within their own right. This security guy came to me as I was filing this, right? In terms of, you know, the affidavit, right? And pay my $40. He says, can I help you? Because I'm standing around, right? He told me to go stand in this box, but anyway, they called me in, right? And he was an old man. And I just told him, I said, I feel so sorry for you having to wear this mask. I said, but you guys are like true warriors within your own right. for what your government's putting you through. And he thanked me, people. Yeah, he said he really appreciated that. So, in this situation, I think a big milestone was accomplished today. Right? And towing that line. Just towing that line, people. Okay, so just say it again. Everybody in there, right? It was good people. Good. Very helpful. You know, they had the wrong form for the affidavit. Okay? Right? And it got me in the library. They snuck me in. They snuck me into the library. And then they gave me a complimentary, what is that? Photocopy of the right affidavit form because I came in with the wrong one. Right? And then, oh, look at those beautiful plants. Oh, so pretty. Such pretty plants. So anyway, right? And then when my government responds to me, okay, because they will, they're not going to just let some judge decide what the judge wants to decide. Okay? I asked him, I said, do I have to go downtown in order to fill out the right response back in terms of whatever it is my government is going to do with me now? And she said, no. You can come here. And, because I did it with Uncle John, but how many years ago was that, people? Got all this pressure in my head. Right? I'm going to be working in the yard pretty soon. Wears me out. So anyway, she said I can come back. Next time I just have to phone, make an appointment. Right? Because they got X's all over the place, little arrows all over the place. Everybody running around with masks. Everybody in there with masks, people. And, you know, this is where we got to give credit where credit is due. You know, in terms of they're warriors in their own right. Okay, they didn't sign up to have their hippocampuses depleted of oxygen for a political agenda. They're just trying to keep their jobs. But I would say today they were towing the line. Okay? The courthouse, the Supreme Courthouse of New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada, was definitely towing the line. All right? So that's a thumbs up for them, people. I just wanted to reinforce that, okay? Because I know I can go on and on and on and on and on. Oh, public union sector this and oh, public union sector. Yeah, well, this is federal, people. You know, there's still public union sector. But they put a whole new light on, maybe we can say humanity. Okay, because this is about humanity, people. Right? This is Canada. Okay? Canada. How do I turn this off? I'm like wanting to still cry. But I just wanted to reinforce that everybody in that courthouse did a really good job. Okay, so this little business here just kicked me out of their store, insisted that I wear a mask, right? Got all fucking paranoid because their dog was sniffing me because I have cats, you can see that, right? Saying that I'm being irresponsible for not thinking about others, right? And he threatened to call the cops on me, people, because he didn't think that my shield was good enough. Like, what the fuck, man? What is society coming to? Right? I like leather. I probably would have bought something. I want to make little leather, what is that called? Moccasins for, my grandkids, right? It's just like, what I mean? The world is out of control. Right? And completely stupid. Yeah. And he's going to be a candidate for early dementia. Right? Him and everybody else that's in that place. Like I said, why is the government doing that? So in 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, when dementia comes in, let's walk by the police station. Is the cops going to do anything about early dementia for millions of people? Right? And what are they going to do? Right? You're going to say, we forgot? That's what dementia is all about, right? You forget. right? I don't even know where I'm going. I'm trying to find the SkyTrain. But boy, he didn't have to call far for the cops. They're just around the corner. It's a long video. I know. That's okay though. This is important, right? It's spiffy. Yeah, what do you think? It's not your standard cop car, right? That one looks like a coroner's vehicle. Maybe private investigation. And notice how nice these things are. Yeah. I gotta find the SkyTrain. Oh. Commercial vehicle enforcement. What are they commercially enforcing? I love these things. They're all spiffy. That's a paddy wagon down there. A couple of them. Right. Oh. I don't know, people. Okay, so to end this video now. You see this? It's on my way to home. I'm just down the road. They tore down the houses here, people. You can see, right? Chopping down these trees, and they're building that. Something that I could never move into, because this is being done through overseas developers and whatnot. If you notice, it's already sold out before it's even been built. Okay? That's what's happening all across this province. Right? You know? So, I'm just going to keep this on for a second, because I want you to see these signs that sell these houses down here, and just keep them flipping and pushing up the property prices each and every time they sell. Overinflated property prices. Like my landlady could probably get $1.3 million for that house that I live in now. Whereas when I moved in, maybe $700,000, if that. Right? It's probably $1.5 million now, people, because these houses on this block, these old bungalows are all selling for $1.5 million. Right? Now I gotta make a rocket stove. No, sorry, a solar oven with my grandson. So, I don't know if that would be good for a reflector. Just this. What is it? I'll just take that. Alright. I'm making a solar oven with my grandson, Andre. So, that might come in handy. I can put on some kind of reflector with it. So basically, just to touch up on a few things that I didn't mention when I was at the courthouse. Okay. When I was up in the library area, the librarian, she wasn't there, right? And the fellow that was at his own desk doing his own thing, he let me in. So of course the sheriff showed up, right? Always got the sheriffs running around. He goes, "What are you doing in here?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm waiting for the librarian. I have to get one form filled out. Only I don't have the right form." "Oh yeah, but you're supposed to make an appointment and blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, they sent me from upstairs. You know, it's just one form, right? It shouldn't be a problem, right? Blah, blah, blah. This, you know, well, the librarian's not here." And I'm like, "Well, no, that's not what I was told. She's here, right? I'll just wait for a little while longer." "Oh, well," and then I looked at him and I said, "Hey," I said, "You're a sheriff, right?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you know what? I like sheriffs. Believe it or not." I said, "I have a sheriff friend in Texas." Mm-hmm. So anyway, the librarian, she walked in, and it was all good. She was a kind, nice woman. I told her I felt sorry for her, and she had to wear that mask. And I said, "You know, you're a real warrior within your own right." I feel so sorry for you people. But you definitely deserve a pat on the back for what your government's doing to you. Right? So anyway, okay, and then the other thing I want to say is, but before I do that, I just want to show you this. We've seen this before. Okay, this goes down to my house. This woman, this realtor, she sells the same houses over and over and over again. Sometimes she has 10, 12 signs up, all up and down this street. Right now she's only got 3. This house, this is a suspicious house. Okay, they just sold this house, but this house always sits empty. You know how Andre and I know it sits empty? Because the curtains never move, ever. They just come in and do a little repairs. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's usually, see, that one sold, that one sold, and that one sold, which tells you that more than likely it was a multi-millionaire or a multi-billionaire who bought them. And then you're going to sit on them for 6 months to a year, and then resell them at a more higher price. That's how they overinflate the properties out here, as they tear down houses and push out people like myself on fixed incomes, right? Which leads me to say, as I was going to the SkyTrain, and I'm going to leave it on this note, as I was going to the SkyTrain, there was a woman crouched down on the cement with her bags. Clearly she was under distress. Made me think of Sierra. I asked her if she was homeless. She said she was. Right? So anyway, first I gave her $20. That's nothing unusual. If I'm out and about and I have it, I do it. I don't ask no questions. I don't tell them where to spend their money. That's not my place to do that. And I've been homeless before, so I know personally what it feels like. And now it's even worse than it's ever been in terms of what people actually go through with homelessness. I was a homeless youth, okay? But that was like what? Oh God, I don't know how many years ago. I'm 60, so 44 years ago. Something like that. 45 years ago. Right? So anyway. And then of course, you know, whatever Sierra went through was really hard on her. And so anyway, long story short, I ended up giving her $50. You know, she burst out crying. I told her, and she tried to give it back to me. I said, no, that's okay. I'd only buy junk with it right now. I don't need it. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get rid of junk in my house. All right, and I sure in the hell don't need food right now. I told her she needed it more than I did, you know, and that it's dangerous times for her. I told her what I was doing in terms of filing a lawsuit. I told her to be careful, right, that there's a lot of nefarious activity going on, right, and that her life is in danger, right, but there are people out there who care, such as myself. And I gave her my phone number and my website to you. Well, I just gave her, you know, newnationsunity.com. I told her to go on YouTube. I told her to go on BitChute. Right, the video that I'm making today will go on BitChute. Whether I put it on YouTube after my, you know, two weeks of jail, I'm not sure yet. But besides that point, you know, I asked her if sometime in the future, when she comes to Surrey, if she ever comes, if maybe she'll do an interview with me to talk about what it's out there like for these people that don't have homes and what they're facing with these sign of the times people, right? Because I don't get out. I'm housebound. I'm trapped in my own world, right? With, you know, I'm a mule to my grandkids. All I do is clean, cook and clean. And now garden's coming, and I have to go to court, right? You know, I'll be coming in with my farmer boots on, and dirt on my face. Judge will be like, where the hell did you come from? I'll be saying, from the blackberry bush. Where do you think? If it wasn't that, it was, cleaning out the rabbit cage. Which now that my government's been served, I get to build a little rabbit cage with my little grandchildren. Be a grandmother. Oh, there we go. Things are starting to bloom now. See? Blueberry plants. They're coming along.